The depravity of this war continues to reach new depths. Ukraine says 2 missiles struck the railway station in the eastern town of Kramatorsk, from where thousands of civilians were trying to flee the fighting. Written in Russian on the side of a missile fragment, the words, "For the children." The reporter who filmed these images witnessed the missile strike.
People who were outside on either side of the train station, it was just a slaughterhouse there. It was horrible. It was impossible to stay alive if you were there. I don't know how I held on, don't know why I wasn't hit. It's a miracle.
Ukraine's president said Russia's evil had no limits.
They hit people with missiles. There are witnesses. There are videos. There are remnants of missiles. But there are no more people.
Moscow denied responsibility and said the so-called Tochka-U missiles are only used by Ukrainian forces. But military experts said Russia has significant stocks of the weapons.
They've been consistently firing them throughout the conflict and particularly using them in the Donbass from the rebel-controlled areas.
President Zelenskyy hosted European Union Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell on Friday. They travelled to the town of Bucha outside Kyiv, where Ukraine says Russian forces slaughtered more than 300 people, including children.
Here in Bucha we saw our humanity being shattered, and the whole world is mourning with the people of Bucha.
Von der Leyen said it is vital that Ukraine is given the weapons it needs. Slovakia confirmed Friday it had sent Ukraine its Soviet-era S-300 missile defense system, which has a range of hundreds of miles and can take out cruise missiles and warplanes. As a replacement, the US will supply Slovakia with its Patriot missile defense system. Slovakia's government said the delivery did not mean it had become part of the armed conflict. NATO had early concerns over escalating the war with Russia, says analyst Malcolm Chalmers.
That has changed over time. Weapons that are increasingly more usable offensively and counteroffensives are being supplied in a way which they were not before.
NATO and G7 members have this week tightened sanctions and expelled dozens of Russian diplomats.
These are sanctions against the Russian economy, and these sanctions are highly effective.
But Germany and Europe continue to spend hundreds of millions of dollars every day on Russian gas and oil. Kyiv describes this as blood money that is funding Russia's war machine, and says Ukraine's people are paying the ultimate price. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.